Hello Mech Warriors, and welcome to This Week in Comp for the week of August 26th, 2024. This past week marked the official beginning of the Comp Q matches and the beginning of the CS24 Invitational seeding phase. There's also been some major team shakeups and some rules clarifications and updates. Stay tuned for more on those, plus the latest leaderboard and prize pool after the highlights. All right, first up, we're going to take a look at some big brain plays here by Mantra. Take a look at that mini-map. You see that UAV up in the north? That's where Mantra's bigs are sitting. And off at the Kappa point, that's where their lights are. Now, they are milling around. We're going to make some cuts and speed-ups here. Take a look at this. Fidelis doesn't even know where Mantra is at this point. They are just hanging out. We can see this pinch coming in the center. It's an extremely mobile game here as Fidelis just tries to find Mantra at this point, who is starting to close the trap. We're going to skip ahead here. We see some of the development. Check out those tickets right now. We've got Fidelis at 483 as Dario gets caught out here on the side as he went to go try and take a point, and there we go. It is now 6 versus 7 with a little bit of hurt on Mantra's side, but otherwise just fine. Here we are going to kick in with the brawl. The bigs get in, some of those the lights get in, and we just have a fight going on here off by Epsi. We've got a little potential scrap forming out in that direction as well, but this is just going to start going blow for blow here as the tickets tick, and at this point the tickets are heading towards Mantra's favor. We're at 668. Time is getting close. It is currently 4. We're going to take a look here. We're now at 5. It's going to be 4-1 at this point in the favor of Mantra. So those tickets really slowing down for Fidelis as they are down to 1 mech only. We're still going real fast here as this just ticks down. We're going to see how we can do at the end here, and here we go. We're coming up on the end of the tickets. As you can see, it is 5 caps to 1 with 1 left. We're just going to get some Shadow Cat fight in action in here at the end. And next up we have what happened. Fidelis leading this match up to this point. Let's see what happened. I'm going to leave it to the cast.
I want to say this is still a Fidelis win, even though first kill goes to Mantra.
It's going to be close, I think. Yeah, I think it's going to be closer than it thinks. Well, we've got some fighting going on over here in the distance.
Yeah.
We've got Gwentler, Mokor, Tawars, and Dario. So we've got tonnage advantage going to Tawars. Oh, no. Oh, one touch.
He's one touch.
There it is.
My goodness.
That changes Lermgod pushing in.
Also, Fidelis is down two light mechs. Naveed goes down too. This makes caps critical.
This is swapping in. Brower.
What? Oh my god.
Wow, they are turning it. Gwentler goes down. Like, you look at all these beat up Mantra mechs, they are hanging on by the skin of their ablative armor.
71%.
Yeah.
Okay. He's almost halved, and
Rigor and Neon coming in. They're going to close that.
Lermgod is getting ran in by 3 mechs right now. How is Mantra's getting Epsi?
Yeah. Yeah, they saw that they can just swap caps. Oh 3 left. Dario and the Locust is really their only capper able to hold on. And trying to, I guess,
Mantra needs to stop trying to kill Jiffy and needs to start going for caps. That's the problem.
I mean, they're already on it. Like, they just flipped FC. They have a mech going on Kappa here in the next 2 seconds. As soon as they got that mech advantage, they just went for it. And next up, we've got Leroy Mantra. And once again, I think the cast says this the best. So let's just tune on in.
It's ER large trade with a bit of close range DPS in their smalls as sort of a brawl
stop. Pathing though. No, something's off on this pathing.
Mantra's just
are they going up the middle? No way.
They are. Oh. This is either going to work beautifully or they're just going to get farmed and die.
The light packers are starting to get shot. I agree. I didn't even hear what you were going to say, but I agree. It's working though. It's working though.
Are running in to see if they can work off the bigs though. I don't know, because they're going to get stopped by the Crusader and the Phoenix Hawk.
I mean, they are to some extent.
And the lights are so much more ahead.
Yeah, but at the same time, the damage spread here, like Fidelis is not in position to receive this. Oh no, we're going up the hill. We're diverting. That's just going to let them get more armor.
The lights ran up and circled all the way back.
Oh no. This is not the move. You're getting the cover,
is
but
down to 73%.
And
he's open CT.
He's burned his legs a little bit too on that as well. Trem, that's an open head. So not the biggest of deals, unless it is, but we'll find out later.
But they're on the front door, and Fidelis hasn't had a chance to cross. So for now, it's mantra do or die.
Yep, and Audu's looking real roughed up now at this point.
They took a lot of damage on the approach, but I think this is the closest they're gonna get. Oh, I don't know about this. They need to stop circling. They need to stop circling and just run in. They are bleeding so much health.
It's turning into a line, and here it goes. Here comes that flank, and they're going to be pushing into Tawars, and Brower looks like leaving Navid behind. Lights are gonna find Navid in that corner, and oh no, there's no focus here either. There's no
Navid
focus
is in a
here
Crusader.
for
He'll
Mantra.
probably be able to do some serious damage before he dies. However, Winter's Rigor is just running in to die alone.
Yeah, but don't forget, Audus is out there as well, ready to drop.
Oh my goodness.
Old Hasu down to 50 or 65%. Mostly internal damage though, interestingly enough. Tremulous trades for Tawars. It is mech advantage here. Brower gonna go down real quick. It is still 5-on-4, and look at the beat up Mantra mechs versus the freshness of Fidelis.
Oh, this hurt me so much to watch.
It was there, and then it wasn't so many times. There goes JPV. There goes DeRed. Remember, Audus is one touch. Old Hasu somehow holding out here.
And now it's just Audus.
Overcharge on overcharge violence there.
And now for the rules updates, and then the shakeup. There was some ambiguity over pilots playing for multiple teams, which is, generally speaking, allowed, versus the roster lock concept. To try to communicate it clearly, there are basically 3 pools of teams. Those who are in the top 12 tournament, those who are aiming for the top 12 tournament, and those who are neither of the above. For those teams that are not gunning for the grand prize, there is no roster lock, and pilots can move freely. As a reminder, rewards are distributed to pilots on the rosters of teams that reach the rewards thresholds regardless of number of games played by an individual at the end of the season. So, pilots helping teams to get those rewards, get those games in, that's allowed. Teams who are within the top 25 cannot have more than 2 external pilots playing for them at a time to help prevent any elo boosting abuse or accidents. For those teams that are trying to get those top spots or have qualified via invitationals, team rosters must be registered by September 2nd at 1 a.m. UTC. For teams that qualified via the invitationals, which is Fidelis Machina, Mantra, and Fjord, at this point they can make substitutions up until September 2nd, but players must not have played in CompQ, and the roster must maintain at least 50% of their players from the player-run tournaments over the past year. Along those lines, a player who has left a qualifying team and played CompQ cannot return to that team. All right, you ready for the shakeup? No sooner had the officials clarified this rule than it became relevant. Due to some movement from some pilots on the roster of Fidelis Machina, they decided they didn't have enough pilots to reliably continue playing as Fidelis in either the invitationals or in the queue. Pilots from Fidelis are now looking for new teams. This shakes up the top of the prospective leaderboard, and expectations are up in the air until we see where the players settle. What this means for the invitationals is that it's now down to the top 2, and there will be a 7-drop match to determine which of the 2 is top seed. The other 10 teams in the top 12 tournament will be filled from the queue on September 15th, as per the rules. With that out of the way, let's look at the initial leaderboard. For those not familiar, the leaderboard is ELO-based. Teams start with 1,500 ELO points and gain points for winning and lose points for losing. The amount of ELO depends on the opponent's ELO. The bigger the difference, the bigger the stakes. For example, winning against a team significantly higher than your team will net you a large number of points. Beating a team that's significantly lower than you will get you less. Coming out on top of this first week is KDCM 27 Bacon Eggs with almost 1,800 ELO. Vile and the 1st French Regiment are hot on their heels, though, also in the 1700s. The rest of the top 9 are filled by teams that we've been seeing all year. 228, 5JDX, DSC, the Potato Carry Society, CXF, and Op4. Fjord Focus, who I don't believe I've seen in a tournament this year, comes in at 10. Discord Dragoner, who I'm not familiar with and may not even be pronouncing right, let me know in the comments, is sitting pretty at 1,600 even. And rounding out the top 12 is 2D20, who famously dropped 300 games 2 years ago and over 100 last year. I'm not going to go through the rest of the list, but basically the top 25 to 30 are considered in contention at any given time. It's still early days though, so expect this list to shift around a bunch in the coming weeks, but these are names to take seriously in the weeks to come. Now, a look at the prize pool. As of recording, we're at $29,773 US, a gain of over 2,000 from last week. Keep on snagging those tournament supporter packs, folks. We are knocking it out of the park for this year's prize pool. Coming up this week will be the final invitational seeding match, maybe, between Mantra and Fjord, but I don't have a time to report yet. The teams are working on scheduling, and obviously there's additional considerations with Fidelis dropping out. It'll either be this upcoming weekend as previously scheduled, or maybe even the weekend after now that it's free. Keep an eye on the MWO Comp Discord and Twitch for more news on that and the Go Live announcement. And that'll do it for this week in Comp. Don't forget to send in clips of official Twitch casts, folks streaming Q on their own personal Twitch, or even recordings you make of yourself. Q is unfortunately behind closed doors, so I have to especially rely on y'all to get some highlights. Thank you for watching, and as always, I'm Ivor, and I hope to see you on the field.